All right, just when I thought I was not gonna go live today, I had a client this morning, so I couldn't go live. But I have the chance now, so it's a little bit late. But what I'm gonna be talking about is one of my favorite topics, and it is, ooh, I hid my comments. It is systematization, systematizing how how you can use the idea of systems to be able to have more freedom of mind, freedom of thoughts, how you can free yourself in many different ways, how you can have better relationships, how you can leverage your business so you can improve your productivity in your business, and how systems apply in life and lifestyle. I'm part of this mastermind group called we are essentially a lifestyle mastermind. I'm not going to go into that, but we are big on creating more freedom with our lives. So why you should pay attention to this is because you want to create more freedom. You probably have, what's up, Christopher? You probably want to create more freedom in your life. You're probably so busy that there are people that are really, really busy but are not productive. And busy doesn't mean success. Busy doesn't equate to success. Busy doesn't mean you're going to be productive. You could be busy doing figure eights. So how do you become more productive? How do you have better relationships? How to have more efficient life, essentially, more efficient communication. And so I'm going to talk about system. What are systems? By the way, if you're watching the replay or if you're watching this now, type in the comments below. Type in the comments below what the temperature is, where you're coming from. I would love to know. All right, so what are systems? I don't want to be looking down. So what are systems? System is taking anything that works and works very well through experimentation, through testing, taking things and behaviors and ideas and concepts that work in our lives and creating systems out of it. I'll give you examples in a few minutes. So creating systems out of it. I'll give you, for example, when you go to any McDonald's you go to, what's the color of the wrapper of the cheeseburger? Where's the frying machine? Where is the shake machine? Every McDonald's you go to, everything is in the same place. Every Walmart you go to, everything is almost designed specifically the same. And the shake machine is on the right side, the fry machine is on the left side, the color of the wrapper of the fish fillet is blue, the color of the wrapper of the cheeseburger is yellow. Everywhere in the world, you can go to anywhere in the world, they're exactly the same thing. Here's why. McDonald's has burgers, a lot of burgers, right? Different kinds of burgers. You and I can make better burgers than McDonald's. My grandma could make, my mom, my dad could make better, any one of us could make better burgers than McDonald's. Then why is it that McDonald's is a multi-billion dollar company, multi-billion dollar company? The reason why is because McDonald's doesn't sell burgers. McDonald's doesn't sell fries. McDonald's doesn't sell shakes. You don't go start a McDonald's franchise because they have an amazing burger. You start a McDonald's franchise because you're buying a system. Do you see? So system is what makes McDonald's, you're able to have a 18-year-old, 20-year-old become a manager in McDonald's. The reason why they can do that is because they have a system in place that you can just follow. Okay, so how do you apply that concept of system, of efficiency to better your life, better your business? I'll give you some examples. In business, relationships, and life in general. Business first. So business, of course, it's important to systematize because all we do in business is systematization. Otherwise, we wouldn't have an efficient business, right? We have a manual for people who become an accountant. We have a manual for people who become employee of ours. The reason we have manuals is because rather than our explaining every time we hire somebody new, our explaining what to do, you do this, this, and this, and this, we just say, read the manual. Do you see? So when you buy a toaster or when you buy a microwave, when you buy any appliance or television, you're not gonna no one's gonna call you and say, okay, this is how you install it, this is how you plug it in, this is how you assemble it. No, it comes with a manual, a book saying follow these steps. So they create systems. You see. What is one? So obviously we create a system. For example, for my organization, for my business, when I take somebody on, when I do a training, when I don't do a training with every single person. I create systems. I make sure it's recorded so that hey, watch this video, and then when you watch this video and somebody has the same question, you can become more free, more efficient by saying, watch this video that tells you how to do the business and become a more independent entrepreneur. So obviously systems are important in business. But one aspect that I'll point out with business is that here's the thing about business, it's that you have to focus on income producing activities, right? If you own a business and you're the accountant, you're the marketer, you're the employee, you're pretty much everything, you wear all the hats in the company and you're not delegating anything, guess how many hours you'll be working every day? You'll probably be working 20 hours a day and getting 2 hours of sleep. So you want to delegate and systematize everything. So one of the income producing activities in business is, among many things in any business, is called marketing. And in marketing, there's this aspect of, what's up, Jasmine? What's up? All right, so in marketing, there's something called the elevator pitch, right? When you're talking to somebody and they ask you, you have a small talk, hey, what's up, Jasmine? You have small talk, and then the inevitable question will always come up. What do you do in a conversation? Right? So what do you do? And then most business owners don't have this something called the elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is a term you refer to that you're in an elevator and you go into somebody and you only have a few seconds in an elevator. You only have a few seconds in an elevator, and so when someone asks you what to do, what do you do, what are you going to tell them? Do you know what you're going to tell them? So you're in an elevator only for about 60 seconds. So an elevator pitch is about 60 seconds. So as a business owner, what is your answer to the question, what do you do? Do you have one? So knowing that question, it's called a routine question. When someone routinely asks you, what do? You should have an answer for it already, especially if you have a business. Here's what I do for this kind of person if they have this kind of problem. 60 seconds, very simple. So I'll give you just one tip for an elevator pitch and I'll move on. You want to systematize it so that you tell them in 60 seconds, here's what I do, and here's who I do it for, and here's the challenge that they overcome. Here's what I do, here's who I do it for, who's my target market, and here's the challenge that they overcome by their being my client. Okay? I'm not going to give you examples for that. I'll move on. So the next thing you want to systematize, let's say relationships. Okay, so I'll give you 2 examples for relationships that you can systematize. For relationships, whether it be friendships, lovers, lover, partner, organization, your relationships with people. One thing I systematize is my communication. And what I love systematizing, what I love communicating routinely with every person that I meet, that becomes more and more significant in my life as they become better friends, become better lover, or whatever. What I do is I communicate openness and transparency. And here's how I communicate that. It's very simple. Every person that I meet, I say, listen, I'm a huge fan of open and transparent communication. And I'm also a huge fan of non-judgmental appreciation. So what that means is that you can expect from me that I will always tell you the truth. I will never not tell you the truth because it doesn't benefit me. I don't care what other people think of me. I just speak my truth. And so I encourage you, and you are welcome to speak the truth with me And because I love that and I appreciate that, and I'm completely non-judgmental. You could be completely yourself with me. That's just a short version of how I communicate, open, transparent communication. But now I've set expectations with that person. They can be completely themselves around me. And that's a communication you can systematize with everybody. Just have that routine communication, because it's a routine question, it's a routine environment. One more thing you can systematize in your relationships. It's very, very powerful, and I think you'll appreciate this if you're in a relationship. It's once a month. I like to have a candid and open talk with my beloved. A candid and open talk, and I communicate once a month. Every month, maybe it's the first of the month, would be a great time. Let's take accountability of our relationship. Let's take accountability of our relationships, and let's say, where are we now? Where are we both going? What are our goals? And in this communication, it's very important that we have candid and open and non-judgmental communication, even if it's only for this one short period of time. We can talk about what our likes are, what our dislikes. I don't like this about you when you do this, or you can massage the communication a little bit more so it can not be offensive. But you can say, oh, I don't like this about this thing, and I would so love it if you contributed to doing more of this and house chores, whatever it is, take care of the children, and you can delve into the relationships, the area of sexuality, and so you can address all the issues. You can take accountability of where your relationship is and have clarity because if you don't have clarity in your relationship, you don't have open and transparent communication, you develop disdain for the person. You're going to start to have this pile of communication that you want to communicate, but you can't because you don't have that environment of open and transparent communication. So even if it's just for that one short period of time, once a month, where you can just be completely open, be completely transparent, you can systematize that. Say, I would love for the both of us, for every month, let's talk about this. Let's have candid conversation where we can talk about anything, absolutely anything. You can pour your heart out. You can tell what you love or what you don't love. Okay? So that's one part of systems. There's many different things you can systematize in a relationship. Okay, so lastly, life. Life is this general vague term of life. What can you systematize with life? We go through life. So one thing I like to systematize is called like a routine. And the other day I posted my morning routine. And my morning routine is very specific and it's very psychological. And the reason why it's done like that is because it's designed, systematized to make me the most productive. And what it takes is like, for example, I'll give you an example. You want to use your willpower. We have very little amount of willpower, and every time we make a decision throughout the day, it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So you have the most willpower in the beginning of the day. And then as you go through the day, as you make more and more decisions, it becomes smaller and smaller and it diminishes. So at the end of the day, you don't want to make decisions. You just want to rest, and you're tired and your brain is clogged and tired. You just want to rest. So I do most of my productive things in the morning. So this is something you can systematize, your morning ritual. Some people call it the morning ritual. One more thing, lastly, before I end this video, one more thing that you can systematize is your thinking. Your creativity. A lot of us, we have businesses. A lot of us, we have creative endeavors, especially if we're active on social media. The reason why I can pretty much write everything, I could write about so many things every day. I could be so creative. I could do a live every single day talking about whatever I want in a productive manner is because I do something with my mind that's very efficient. And here's what it is. I'll share it with you. When we try to remember things, they clog our brain. So as we go through the day, we try to remember what we're going to buy, what we're going to do later on, who we're going to communicate to, what we're going to say with that person. Oh, what did I have to do? What was it yesterday that I thought I had to do? These are things that clog your brain, and you are less creative when you do that. So one thing you can systematize is write everything down. Write everything down. I write everything every thought I have. That's I think it's an epiphany. I was like, oh, that's a good thought. I put that on my phone on a list of thoughts. I have a list of things to do. I put that on my phone, so I don't have to try to remember things. And I just look at my phone and say, okay, I got to do this, this, and this. I got to communicate with this person for this specific topic. And here are thoughts that I can talk about on my social media or my business. These are persons I got to connect with. So have lists of to-dos and lists of things. So you take everything from your brain and you dump it onto that list. So your brain is always free, freedom, always free and always clear to be creative. To when you communicate with somebody, you can be completely present with that person because you're not in your head thinking about things, right? When you're making love with somebody, you're not in your head thinking about bills, thinking about business, thinking about anything, because you dumped it into a list of things to do. So if you appreciate this video, Freedom Friday. Actually, it's Freedom Friday. So if you appreciate this video, click the like. I love the hearts. Leave a comment, share your thoughts below, and share this video. I would really appreciate that. And if you share and like this video, I love you. I love you. All right, I will talk to you on the next live video. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.